Hello and welcome back to Kingdom Come Deliverance, and our wonderful friend Henry here. He's obviously running away, and he's got the Lord's sword with him as well. And I have no idea whether I don't even think I can use it right now, actually, to be honest. But anyway, we're going to make our way down here. Hopefully we're going to get a horse. I seem to recall that you can get a horse down here. And maybe there's going to be something else that we can do.
Touch me, or I'll kill you! Go to hell, you Tatar beast!
Alright, so we're going to get on our horse right here, but don't worry, we're actually going to be doing something over there to help out the woman in there. I think that's Teresa, isn't it? I actually don't know. I didn't see, but whatever the case, these are the these are the controls. Dearie me. Okay, let's do it. Okay, here we go. No, okay, wait a minute. There we go. All right, I got on my horse, and yeah, there we go. I actually, I helped her. Okay, fantastic. Whew, that was a bit close, wasn't it? That was really, really close. Okay, so we're just gonna ride now, and this is gonna be a huge problem for me. I seem to recall this was very difficult before, and I can only hope that we're gonna be okay. Oh, hello. Alright, so we're bleeding, look at that, and you don't yet know how to bandage your wounds. You need to find someone who can help you. Alright, well, how did he bandage his hand back in the village? I don't know. I'm going to assume that that was someone else that did that for him. Anyway, we're just going to avoid most of these enemies right now. I don't think I can actually... Can I? I'm pretty sure people that are really good at the combat system, because for me, I'm not really going to be exceptional at that. But I'm sure that people that have good practice with it may even be able to eliminate some of these soldiers. I actually don't know. What I'm going to have to do, though, I'm going to have to be very careful. Oh, hello. They're right behind me. All right, they're right behind me, and they are absolutely murdering me right now. All right, yeah, serious wounds to parts of your body will significantly affect your capabilities. You can't run with injured legs, and wielding a sword isn't easy with a broken arm, etc. Alright, yeah, well, at the moment I'm just hungry, so if I can make it back to, well, not back, but if I can make it forward, haha, to Talmberg, which is where we currently need to be, then I should be relatively good. And look at that, I reached a new level in horsemanship. Wonderful. Great. And, oh yeah, a bunch of people actually asked about the mod list, so you can check that out in the description. I have no idea if these mods are any good, by the way. I literally just looked for most popular, top rated, you know, sort of stuff, because I just want to make sure that I have, you know, some things that are going to help with overall, shall we say, quality of life improvements, and various other things that are going to make things just a little bit simpler, because I don't want things to turn into a huge grind or anything like that, because that is a surefire way to just, well, be very annoying. So hopefully the mods that I've chosen are not going to be particularly bad. And here's Henry, he's finally made it. I actually thought I was going to die. I really thought I was going to die there.
Quickly, everyone! Get your asses here!
Hey! And loose! Halt your Hosungine!
They're turning tail! Quickly! We're closing the gate!
Someone give him a drink. And bring hot wine and bandages. Tell me, boy, who are you and where are you from? What in hell's name happened?
I've come from Skalitz. They burned it to the ground. Slaughtered everyone.
Who? Who burned it to the
A
ground?
huge army. They attacked without warning. And they weren't Czechs or Germans either.
Who then?
I don't know. I've never seen armor like it or heard their language. Maybe Tatars?
Tartars, you say? Yeah. Well, we'll deal with that later. First, let's have a look at that leg of yours.
Who is that?
I don't know. Grit your teeth, boy. I'm gonna pull that arrow out. Easy. All done. You were lucky, lad. The arrow missed the bone. It only needed bandaging, and I've done that often enough before. War is a good teacher. Can you stand? There you go. Good as new.
Thank you.
Have you idlers nothing better to do? Get back to work. You'll have to speak to Lord Divish. Can you manage? Sir, this is a survivor from...
I heard, Robard. Tell me, boy, what exactly happened? Did you see the ensigns of the attackers? And were there any more survivors?
So, I don't know what army it was, but it was huge. There were dozens of banners flying on the hill above Skalitz. The ones who did the slaughtering spoke a strange language. They burned Skalitz to the ground. But a lot of people took refuge in the castle. I wasn't quick enough. And as I fled, they shouted from the battlements that I should come and warn you.
The soldiers the boy didn't recognize. They could be those Cumans of Sigismund's. It said they came to Hungary from the east, and now they're the core of his army. Sacking Gutenberg must have given him a taste for stolen silver.
Skalitz is a small castle, sir. If Sigismund attacks, they can't hold.
Indeed, Sir Robard. And our small garrison would be no help, even if we could risk sending them.
You think we're next in line?
Maybe. What's your name, boy?
I'm Henry, son of the Skalitz blacksmith.
I know him. Did he make it inside the castle? I'm sorry. It's in God's hands now. No one else can help us. Anyway, thank you for risking your neck to warn us. Robard, take care of Henry. Make sure he gets something to eat and some rest.
Yes, sir.
And get all the people inside the gates. We have to prepare for the worst. Make all the necessary arrangements.
As you command, sir.
All right, there you go. We managed to make it here, and well, I'm actually kind of hungry. You know, I'm kind of hungry. Let me just see here. Can I steal this real quick? I'm not entirely sure why I have such issues with the benches, but yeah, there you go. All right, so where do I have to go? Well, we have to go to the compass marker. I'm going to assume, yes.
You've done well, lad. I'm sorry for your loss. You must be all done in. Why don't you go to the kitchen and have a good meal? Sorrow is easier to bear on a full stomach.
All right, thank you very much. And yeah, we are indeed very tired as well. So they're obviously going to be teaching us about the whole, you know, sleeping thing.
Ah, milady. You are fortunate our good lady Stephanie of Talmberg has graced us with her presence.
My lady, I'm honored.
So this is our brave young man. Welcome, lad. Bohemia here will take care of you. No doubt you're tired and hungry.
Indeed. How could he not be, poor soul? After everything he's been through, he must be as hungry as a bear, aren't you, young master? Here you are, then. Eat your fill.
And a little wine to wash it down.
Thank you, my lady.
When you're done, you can go and rest with the grooms in the Outer Bailey.
No, that won't do, Sir Robard. After all he's been through, he deserves a proper bed. Let him sleep in a lodge in the courtyard.
Certainly, my lady.
And a little wine to wash it down.
Certainly, my lady.
Thank you, my lady.
Certainly, my lady. Young Henry here is overwhelmed by your generosity.
Yes, thank you, my lady. May God reward you for your kindness.
Eat up now. You're in capable hands, so I'll leave you to it. Good night.
Good night.
Good night, ma'am.
When you've done, you can sleep in the bedchamber of the courtyard lodge. And don't forget to take off those filthy boots before getting into bed.
Damn it, I'm hungry.
Oh, damn it, I'm hungry. Yes, indeed, indeed. All right, so we're gonna just pick up the lentil mash here. Yeah, let me just pick up. Well, I'm just gonna pick up everything that I can, basically, right? I think that's probably a good idea. Let me try to be as audacious as possible. I mean, that's the point. It might actually be useful to have this anyway. And can I eat from here? Yes, I can. There we go. All right, absolutely perfect. And that has not alleviated... Oh, interesting. Has not alleviated my hunger. Reputation lost. Is that because I literally ate from the pot right now? Did I literally lose reputation because I ate from the pot? If I did, well, then call me a brigand and a scoundrel. And I just lost reputation again. I'm not entirely sure why that is. Is it because I'm dirty? Wait a minute. Is there a trough or something like that that I can use here to wash myself? I don't think so, right? Oh, wait. Maybe this is it? Yes, here we go. Wash myself. There we are. All right. Absolutely perfect. That's wonderful. I was a bit worried about that for a real quick second. I was kind of thinking, hey, is that the reason why I'm losing reputation? Because, you know, Henry's doing a lot of walking... A lot of walking, no, but he's definitely been through it, hasn't he? I'm in a private area. No, well, this is my place, isn't it? Here we go. If you're tired, your stamina and eloquence will also gradually decrease. All right, well, let's have a little snooze then, shall we? Oh, I didn't take off my... I should probably take off my, my boots like he said, right? Can I do that? Can I not, Is it because... Wait a minute. Let me see here. There we go. Okay, so I actually took off the boots. Okay, wonderful. So now I can sleep, right? Because I may have made an error actually just selecting that beforehand, but there you go. Okay, so I took off my boots at least. Okay, let's have a sleep here. What are we going to get? Okay, well, we should probably sleep until 100 energy at least. So we'll go for this.
Today the patrols will be doubled. Keep your eyes peeled. If you see anything out of the ordinary, report it immediately. Understood? Yes, sir.
Yes?
It is I, Henry. Forgive the intrusion. I didn't wake you, boy, did I?
My lady, No, not at all. But what brings you here at this hour?
I thought you could do with a little wine. It's just what you need to help you sleep.
My lady, thank you. You really shouldn't. You could have sent a servant.
I was going to, but to tell you the truth, I couldn't sleep either. I thought of you whilst while saying my prayers. How awful it must have been for you. I came to offer you solace, to let you know you're not alone.
Thank you. Thank you kindly.
You're welcome. Now, Henry, I know this is all very new and strange for you, but I want you to feel at home here. You're not to worry about anything except getting better. God knows you've been through a terrible ordeal. I know what it is to be left alone in the world, although your loss is much greater. But with God's help, the pain will ease in time. And it can help to talk about it, if you feel like it.
Ooh, all right. Well, I have no idea what we're currently seeing right now because technically I should be seeing my character here, right? We should be seeing Henry, but he's not here. I'm going to tell the story of the raid.
You might be right, my lady. I'll tell you what happened. It was terrible and unexpected. The day started just like any other. Father sent me into town on some errands.
Ah, here we go. Oh, wait. What do I do? I went to collect a debt.
A fellow by the name of Kunish owed money to Father, who sent me to collect it from him. Only Kunish had no intention of paying. It got a bit heated, as often happens when there's money involved, but Kunish still wouldn't cough up the coin. Father was too generous for his own good, letting even a scoundrel like that buy on credit.
Oh.
When I'd done all the errands, I headed back home. I promised Father I'd help him with his work, and I was looking forward to it. He was forging a sword for Sir Radzig.
I'd been secretly learning about sword fighting.
I'd been secretly learning sword fighting and hiding it from my parents. So when we assembled the sword, I tried a few moves with it. There's a big difference between a wooden sword and a real one. Maybe if I hadn't taken that sword in my hand, I wouldn't be here today.
You're full of surprises.
But Sigismund's horde was already on the horizon, ready to attack the town.
Cumans.
Sigismund's cavalry was composed of Cumans. They're diabolical barbarians from the east, with no regard for the rules of warfare, bloodthirsty cutthroats. The very fact Sigismund has them with him shows what a tyrant he is.
Well, I don't know.
And then death descended on Skalitz.
They killed my father and mother.
Father told me to take shelter in the castle while he went to get Mother. She was stranded in the town, surrounded by Sigismund's butchers. And then I saw him knocking down one Cuman after another. I never saw him fight like that. But then the leader of Sigismund's raiding party, a knight in full armour, saw Father and charged at him. He cut down my father without a thought. And then he turned on my mother. And he murdered her in cold blood.
You poor boy. May the Lord have mercy on their souls.
I ran to the castle like our neighbours to take cover, but I didn't make it. I had to find another way to save myself. The men on the battlements called down to me to flee to Talmberg and warn you. I was lucky I knew a concealed path around the castle.
I needed a horse.
I needed a horse to get to the safety of Talmberg and to warn you all.
And with all that was happening, you thought of others like a good Christian.
Then I heard a scream. It was Teresa, the mill wench. She'd been caught by a gang of Cuman savages who planned to violate her. I had Sir Radzig's sword, and even though there were several of them and they were better armed, I had to try and save her. I wanted there to be at least one person I'd helped. And I succeeded, even though it almost cost me my life. After that, I stole a horse from them and rode off.
Like a valiant knight.
I'll never forget the horror. It will haunt me for the rest of my life.
That's terrible. How could something like that happen?
God alone knows why he lets such things happen.
Oh, you poor boy. I understand your grief, but God is not to blame for the ills of this world. That is the work of Satan and those who do his bidding. those who are corrupted by greed, envy, and pride. You must not lose faith, whatever life brings. Fate has not been merciful to me and my husband either. Although in comparison to the horrors you went through. I was young when I married my husband. It was my father's wish. Divish was a lot older than I, but a woman must bear her lot. Shortly after our marriage, before I even got a look at Talmberg, the castle was stormed and my husband was imprisoned.
Really?
My husband had some quarrel with Sir Havel Medek of Valdek, who decided to resolve it by force. He stormed the castle, burned down the village of Pribyslavitz, and killed many of our men, even the old chamberlain. He imprisoned my husband in the castle and put his own garrison there.
That's awful.
I was barely 18 years old, and all of a sudden, I was left alone with Sir Robert. We didn't know what to do. We went to Prague to appeal to the king and sought help from Divish's friends, but all to no avail. We tried for years, but it seemed I was destined to be left alone and my husband to rot in jail in his own castle.
Years, you say?
7 years. That's how long it took before Havel was condemned as an enemy of the crown. And even then, he refused to surrender the castle and release my husband. In the end, I raised the money to pay a ransom, and only then, by the grace of Lord Jesus, did I finally lay eyes on my husband once more.
7 years? And was Havel punished for it?
Never. And after 7 years, my husband returned to me an infirm old man.
Sir Divish seems like a good, strong man.
Certainly, only he has many concerns. He had to rebuild Talmberg. After he was released, the king appointed him Burgrave of Prague Castle, and he was very busy. He had no time for me at all. But at least we were in the city, and there was something going on. And now, we're here.
My lady, you're still young and beautiful. Your best years are still ahead of you.
Would that that were true, lad. Would it were true. But what am I doing bothering you with this? You have troubles enough of your own. I'll go and let you sleep. I enjoyed our little talk, Henry. Good night, and God bless.
Good night, my lady.
Certainly, my lady.
Move in, people! Come on! Come on! We're running out of time! Quickly! We have to close the gates! You can't go back!
Henry, help us!
Help us, son. Don't be a coward. Henry, wake up. You don't want to miss this.
What is it? What's happening?
Come to the battlements. One of our patrols reported a company heading here from Skalitz.
All right. Okay. Whew. That was a very big amount of information to take in right there. Let me just put on my shoes real fast. Funnily enough, I actually remembered to do it. Can you believe it? Yeah, I had no idea. Anyway, let's pick up the torch. What time is it? Henry's literally only had like what, an hour of sleep or something like that, because an hour passed and then the lady came and then I don't even know how long. Okay, so wait a minute. What do I have to do here? Hold this button? Okay, there we go. All right. Ooh, let me just be very careful not to set this on fire, because that's no doubt going to happen, isn't it? Okay, so the left door over there is lock-pickable, so I will not be going in there, at least for the moment. Who's actually in there, by the way? Seems like no one. So I'm going to assume that it's a storage room of some kind, and, well, as someone very astutely mentioned, and as I very vividly remember, it's probably a bad idea for us to steal things from people. It's probably not a very good idea to do that. Okay, so where is he? He's around here somewhere, I assume.
If it's Sigismund and his army, prepare for the worst. But don't be daunted by their numbers. Heed my commands, and all will end well.
Ah, Divish, the fellow that sounds like he's not at all 70 or 60 or however old he actually is.
Tell the people outside.
What's going on?
What's going on?
I don't know. It doesn't make sense. Why would Sigismund advance on Talmberg in the night? Especially since he's lost the element of surprise after the raid on Skalitz.
Maybe it's not him.
It doesn't make sense. Then who is it? The scouts Divish sent to Skalitz to spy on Sigismund said he'd set up camp and was getting ready to storm the castle. And so Radzig is an experienced soldier. He'd surely hold the castle for quite some time. It doesn't make sense.
What else did the spies see?
Not much of anything. Before they could get close enough, this huge storm started. It doesn't make sense. And you were right. Sigismund has a hell of a lot of soldiers, including all manner of mercenaries. Not
Lucifer and all his minions! Who else, Robert?
We'll find out when they get here, won't we?
Aye, we will.
May the Lord...
Halt! Who goes there?
Lucifer and all his minions! Who else, Robert?
Who goes there?
Lucifer and all his minions. Who else, Robert?
Sir Radzig, what a relief.
Is his lordship there with you?
Yes, sir, he is right here.
What are you doing up so late, Divish? At your age, you need a good night's sleep.
Well, Radzig, you didn't exactly pick the best time for an outing either. In a big hurry?
It was a bit of a scramble, all right. Believe it or not, this tempest is a godsend for me and my men. As my old granddad used to say, better a sore throat than a slit throat.
I'd say your grandfather was a wise man. Your messenger told us what happened.
Messenger?
The lad you sent to warn us.
He's alive? He made it to you?
He's here with me. He only got away by the skin of his teeth, though.
Thank God.
A brave young man. But tell me, friend, how on earth did you manage to get away?
Thank God for this tempest. When it began, Sigismund's Tatars crawled into their holes and left us storming the castle for more clement weather. We were able to sneak out right under their noses. The Lord be praised. We wouldn't have stood a chance against them.
Would you like to spend the night in Talmberg?
No, no. When Sigismund finds the castle empty tomorrow, he might come looking for us. We'd only be exposing you to danger. Without me and my men, he has no call to attack you.
What will you do then?
We'll march to Ratai. It's only a short way, and there we'll have a better chance of defense and enough room for all of these people. If Sigismund should come, better bend your knee, Divish. There's no point dying in a battle that's futile.
You're right there.
Is that boy still with you?
I'm here, sir.
You have courage, lad. That I can't deny. I am sorry about what happened. Would you care to join us?
I'd like to, sir, but first I have to return to Skalitz.
Are you mad? What do you want there?
I can't leave my mother and father. I won't leave their corpses rotting in the street. I'll join you once I've taken care of them.
Don't even think of going back there, you donkey. Are you tired of living?
But sir!
Quiet! I'm sorry about your father, but getting killed as well won't help him. Divish, make sure that lad doesn't budge from Talmberg until things quieten down.
Not to worry, friend. Anyway, he's injured and needs to recover. I'll lock him up here as if he were Havel of Balding.
I've seen you've grown a thick skin since your tribulation, sir. But thank you. We'll meet again when circumstances are more favorable. Farewell.
Farewell, friend, and good fortune. Give my regards to Sir Hanush.
I will, and good luck to you and your people too. These are dark times. Move out!
Anywhere, people! Move out! It's only a short way to Rattay now!
Men, tonight we'll have triple patrols. Sort out the watches between you as always.
What is it you need?
I could use an extra pair of eyes, and yours are keen. Will you keep watch at the battlements with my men?
Is that a request or an order?
I'd rather it was a request you answered yes to.
Of course I'll help. I'll have to pay you back somehow after all you've done for me.
Splendid. And don't worry, I'll tell the men to relieve you later. Good luck to you.
Alright, so we are actually being given a pretty important task to very much keep watch on the battlements. Not sure if that's actually going to be working out at all, because I don't know whether you've noticed, but if you look out here, it's all pitch black. It's literally all pitch black, because if you think about it, in this day and age, there's no electricity, so there are no, you know, street lights or anything like that. Oh, we do see some people out there, actually. Look at that. There's actually a couple of people out there that we can see with their torches and everything. That's very cool. I like that little detail right there. That's very nice, because I actually thought that there wasn't anything out there at all, and it was just, you know, pitch black for no reason. But, I mean, well, for no reason. Obviously, it's pitch black, it's nighttime, but you know what I mean. If there are no people out there, then we're not going to be able to see anything. I actually wonder, do I need to do anything, or do I just wait for some time? I guess I'll just wait and see what happens. Alright, so instead of me just waiting around on the battlements, I'm gonna actually learn some perks, because we do have a perk to spend in speech as well as in strength. Someone said in the comments that Final Offer is actually relatively good early on in the game, so I'm thinking, you know what? I'm gonna listen to you, okay? I'm gonna listen to you, because for me personally, I probably would have, if it were me and I was, you know, just doing this by myself without looking anything up, I probably would have taken Highborn, just purely for the fact that when you're talking to nobles and wealthy people, it's probably more useful to have a higher speech skill than if you were talking to someone that's a commoner. That is my opinion, obviously. I don't know whether that's actually the case, but Final Offer is definitely going to be something useful, or at least hopefully useful to us. And otherwise, we're going to take a look at Strength now. Okay, so we got Stronghold here. Blocking an opponent's strikes with your shield will cost you 30% less stamina, or carrying dead or unconscious bodies won't cost you any stamina, and they will burden you only half as much. Well, that's the thing. I don't currently have a shield, so I'm thinking, should I just literally take Gravedigger? I feel like this doesn't... I'm not sure if this actually does anything, so I'm going to take Gravedigger instead. I feel like that might be more useful, and we're probably going to be taking Wanderer here, because we've already taken Ascetic, whatever, and we're going to take Wanderer here. I think that's probably going to be slightly better. And yeah, we have First Aid 1. Look at that. We have First Aid. Very nice indeed. Do I have any buffs? Yes, I'm hungry. Ah, there it is.
Wandering around like a stray sheep. Must be your first watch, eh? I don't think anything much will be happening today. You can just lean against the wall and wait till morning. I'll show you what's what.
I will. Thank you.
Right, okay, yeah, so this is actually what I was attempting to do when I was in off-screen time. I literally pressed T and it said, there's no time to waste, you can't delay. And yeah, it was pretty funny. But anyway, okay, so let's have a look. So my energy is obviously going to go dramatically down here. So I guess what we're going to do is we're going to go to, I don't even know, 9 hours, I guess? I have no idea. I'm going to assume they'll stop me when it gets to a certain point. There it is.
Move it! Quick! Go! Go!
To the Bailey battlement. Quickly, we have visitors.
Let's go! Move it!
Okay, we have visitors apparently. Hello, Robot, where are you going, sir?
Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for
self-appointed king wins the love and respect of his loyal subjects.
Indeed, Robard. Sigismund of Luxembourg has a rare talent for winning people over to his cause. We may be in for a surprise, though. I don't think he will set his heathen dogs on us today.
Greetings, Lord of Talmberg.
That's the bastard who led the attack at Scarlet and killed my parents.
Don't be an idiot. Do you want to end up like them?
I am Sir Markwart von Aulitz. I come in the name of Sigismund of Luxembourg, King of Hungary and Croatia, who has resolved to strike against those who disrupt concord in the land and to restore order in the name of his brother, King Wenceslaus IV.
Restore order by burning and pillaging the king's estates.
Greetings, Sir Markwart. The efforts of the king's brother to bring order to this chaotic land are undoubtedly noble. It seems to me, though, that he and his army have somewhat strayed. As Burgrave of Prague Castle, I am entirely beholden to the king, and here in Talmberg divine peace reigned until your arrival. To what then do we owe the honor of your visit?
Yesterday, His Majesty took action against the enemy of the kingdom, Sir Radzig Kobyla, who has been using the silver from the Skalitz mine to fund insurrection against the crown. Unfortunately, the insurgent escaped. Would you happen to know, noble sir, where he might be at this time?
As far as I know, the Sir Radzig of which you speak is the king's hetman at Skalitz. I find it hard to imagine that he would rebel against our king. Nevertheless, I can assure you that Sir Radzig is not at Talmberg. He would be a fool indeed to flee from one castle where he has little chance of defense to another where he has even less. Or do you take the view that my humble manner is any obstacle to your army?
Am I to inform the king then that Sir Radzig Kobyla is not at Talmberg and that he has your loyalty?
Sir Radzig Kobyla is not here, and I have no intentions of getting embroiled in affairs from which I have nothing to gain.
Very well, sir. As you wish. I will relay your words to the king in the hope he will be as well disposed as you seem to be.
Those who have clean consciences and goodwill may find themselves well disposed even at moments like this, when there is little cause for joy. Farewell, sir.
Auf Wiedersehen.
My lord, you have my utmost admiration.
Get on with you, Robard.
Well, you got to say one thing for Divish. He's very smart. That was an extremely smart way, a very diplomatic way of doing everything that he could to prevent any kind of attack. And it was very well done. I actually feel like he did an amazing job. Very surprisingly so. I mean, I wasn't expecting anything super, super harsh here because, well, we already had a pretty dramatic start. But anyway, let's speak to Sir Robard here.
Good health, you.
Sir Robard, I need to get to Skalitz.
What would you do there, lad? Sigismund might have left, but the place will be swamped with robber barons, brigands, deserters, and other vermin. And anyway, your lord commanded you to stay here.
My parents died there, and I won't leave them to be ravaged by dogs. I have to bury them.
Good God, boy. Do you want to throw your life away for those who can never get theirs back? Do you think that's what they'd want? Forget it.
Why did Sigismund burn down Skalitz and then come here too?
That's war for you, lad. Certain lords have resolved to take things into their own hands and eliminate anyone who doesn't share their view. Unfortunately, Sir Radzig is one of those. And what's more, he was sitting on a pile of silver that could help King Wenceslas's allies.
Right, okay, so I literally failed the conversation check. I'm not entirely sure if I'm going to be able to even get there now. Let me actually have a look at the quest log. It says, current objective, bury your loved ones, so get out of the castle. Okay, so it literally says I have to get out of the castle. Oh dear. That's going to be a bit of a problem, isn't it? Alright, so we have an opportunity to speak to the guard here, and I'm gonna say, I need to get out of here.
I need to get out of here.
And I need a feather bed with a comely wench in it. But it looks like we'll both be disappointed. Sir Divish gave orders not to open the gate, and you especially are not to be let out.
Alright, here we go, here we go. Okay, so we could technically lie to him. We could lie to him, we could say, Sir Robard gave permission, or we could threaten him. That's not gonna work. Okay, what about... Don't you know who I... No, we're not gonna say that. I'm just gonna say, Sir Robard gave permission. I'm just gonna lie about it.
Not any longer. I've vital information for Sir Radzig from Sir Divish's spies. The fate of the Skalitz people depends on it. Sir Robard ordered me to leave immediately, so let me out, quickly.
A likely story. Better clear off before I lose my temper.
My mother and father were left in Skalitz like carrion. I have to bury them. I can't leave them to the dogs.
I'm sorry, my friend, but I can't. You'll have to persuade Sir Robard, or think something up so I don't end up in the shit for it. Otherwise, forget it.
What am I supposed to think up?
How should I know? Maybe some disguise so I could say I didn't recognize you? If a Talmberg soldier turns up, all kitted out properly, in armor and a helmet, then of course I let him go. That's obvious.
All right, I'll have a look around for something.
Alright, there we go. We got it. We got the solution. We just need to find some armor, and then we'll be able to get out of here. Who's this guy? Ah, he's a traitor. Alright, he's a traitor. Let's do it. Let's do it. If I've got the coin. I don't really know, sir. I don't really have a huge amount of coin or anything like that, to be honest. Oh, there's a treasure map. That literally will cost me 96. Wow, okay. That's very expensive. Okay, so do I have anything that needs to really, really badly be sold here? Because, I mean, let's see. The freshness of all these things is actually relatively decent. Cabbage is okay as well. I mean, it's at 80%. It's fine. It's got 16 nourishment. That's actually crazy. But I'm pretty sure I have to cook that. Don't I? I think I have to cook that, right? Anyway, cheese is really good too. I mean, nourishment, it gives me 10 nourishment. That's pretty crazy good. Oh yeah, poor quality arrow. Not sure if I should sell that or not, because it may very well be coming in a bit handy if we find a bow or something like that, even though it is literally just one. Maybe it's not going to be particularly good. Okay, so we're just going to wash myself real quick. And I think that's probably going to be it for this episode. I know, a lot of story right here. However, I can eat from the pot. That's going to give me a relation decrease, isn't it? So, you know what? Can I drop stuff in the pot? Yeah, just apples. Well, that's not really going to do much, is it? Anyway, as I said, going to end the episode off here. Huge amounts of story, cutscenes, and all that sort of thing. But next episode, we're going to obviously be attempting to escape the castle. I have no idea where to go, but I'm going to assume we need to find something in the guardhouse. Maybe some set of armor, helmet, whatever. And then we'll be able to get out of here and make our way back to Skalitz. I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.
You donkey!